conditions at slaughterhouses are cruel as well. Today's farm is less likely to be a friendly family enterprise and more likely to be a factory where efficiency takes precedence over respectful treatment of animals. The plain and simple and uncomfortable fact is that production of animal foods, even dairy and eggs, contributes to animal suffering. Thanks to the work of animal rights organizations, more people are becoming aware of these abuses. One answer for many has been to seek out foods from animals who were raised more humanely. Many products that boast humanely produced type labels come from animals who lived under somewhat better circumstances, but often the differences are negligible, and all of these animals usually go to the same slaughterhouses. Likewise, the term organic doesn't translate to humanely produced. A large percentage of organic animal foods come from animals who were raised on factory farms. Any truly meaningful welfare improvements can take place only on very small farms where every phase of the animal's life and death is monitored. But that's a costly and inefficient way to produce animal foods. Even if people could afford them, there isn't enough land for farms of this type to feed the American population. In Chapter 1, we'll look at these issues in more depth. We'll also touch on the ways in which meat, dairy, and egg production is wasteful and harmful to the environment. Land that is used to raise food for billions of farm animals could grow food for direct human consumption, saving forests, water, and fossil fuels. A reduced dependence on animal foods is a significant step toward making your carbon footprint smaller. Finally, those who opt for a plant-based diet are likely to enjoy personal benefits as well. Vegans have lower cholesterol and less hypertension, and are less likely to develop diabetes. And vegan diets have been used as part of successful programs for treating chronic disease. We'll look at veganism through life stages and also its impact on overall health in the second half of the book. Are vegan diets safe? According to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, appropriately planned vegan diets are safe for all stages of the life cycle. The appropriately planned caveat has been a source of annoyance among vegan dietitians for nearly 3 decades. Any diet, vegan or not, has to be well planned. Those who consume animal products don't automatically meet all nutrient needs and can fall short on fiber and other compounds that are abundant in vegan diets. Likewise, vegan diets require more attention to some nutrients like vitamin B12 and iron. A few definitions. Omnivore. In this book, we use the terms omnivore and meat eater to describe anyone who chooses to include meat and other animal foods in his or her diet. So, an omnivore is someone who eats plants, meat, dairy foods, and eggs. Plant-based diets. Diets that emphasize plant foods and limit animal foods to varying degrees all fall under the big umbrella term plant-based. These diets may or may not include small amounts of animal foods. So vegan, vegetarian, flexitarian, semi-vegetarian, mostly vegetarian, and traditional Mediterranean are all examples of plant-based diets. Lacto-ovo-vegetarian. Vegetarians who include dairy and eggs in their diet are lacto-ovo-vegetarians, sometimes abbreviated as LOV. Historically, most vegetarians in the United States have eaten this way, and some of what we know about vegan diets is actually extrapolated from studies of vegetarians. Vegan. The word vegan was coined to describe a lifestyle that avoids all animal products for food, clothing, and personal care. It's based on ethical concerns regarding animals. However, a vegan diet, which includes no meat, fish, dairy, or eggs, is chosen by people for a variety of reasons, including issues regarding animal use, as well as health and environmental considerations. Since this is a book about nutrition, when we use the word vegan, we are referring to anyone who consumes a diet that includes only plant foods. Our journeys. How we became vegan dietitians. Jack. I was 19 years old and went on a fishing trip with my dad and grandfather. It consisted of putting out a number of lines at the same time, sitting back and waiting for one to be tugged on. When a fish was reeled in, they put the fish in an empty water cooler where it thrashed around for a good long time as it suffocated. I felt horrible and decided not to reel in any fish. I realized that if the fish were human, we would do all we could to save the person from such pain, but since it was a fish, no one cared. Yet the suffering seemed very similar. My grandfather and father were a bit confused by my reaction. Still, it took me another 2 years to